So as a member of IRL, the Interdisciplinary Research Leaders program, one of the transformations that I saw was the transformation with my colleagues. So many of them who were academic researchers, experts in their field, had some experience working with community partners, but not at the same level of depth and intensity that they experience in the IRL program. And in many ways, the transformation for the researchers was to understand the need for the community members, the participants in their research, not just to be the subjects of the research, but to be active partners in the research. And for some researchers, that was not only revolutionary, but it was uncomfortable for them, right? Because you usually put on the white coat as a researcher and you stand away from the public and you don't want to get too close. And even though there's been changes in the field of research, community participatory research, the IRL program really took it at a much, at a next level. And so the fact that the researchers were going through training about community organizing, and even myself, even though I had probably done a lot of work with communities and policymakers, I had not really been exposed to the principles of community organizing. So then to sit down with community organizers who were from different communities, but who are now partnering with the IRL researchers, we got a much better understanding and even went through simulations of community organization and advocacy. And at the same time, I think there was a transformation with the community members because, research it's like a black box, right? I mean, people who are academics, who have PhDs, who are experts in a field, that can be really intimidating to a community partner. Like what kind, when they also, researchers naturally gravitate to talking about methodology. And so that becomes even more confusing and intimidating for community members. So the community members went through a transformation in the IRL convenings and through our cohort to better understand, well, what are the pressures, what are the incentives that make a researcher do this kind of work and will also help them, like publishing an academic journal, which again, for community research or community partners, they had no knowledge of why that would be so important. So I think was a transformation for them as well. And then of course, the idea, the method behind the IRL Madness is link them together to have sort of this mutual understanding around a particular project. And I think the project was really a key element to the success for IRL, is that you had to work on something together in addition to coming together for periodic convenings and trainings, the leadership development, but the project really was the glue that helped these teams go through that type of transformation. So when I think about my understanding of leadership and how that's changed, IRL really presents a great vehicle, a great example for collaborative, sort of cross-disciplinary and cross-sector learning and education.